Good morning, I'm Cynthia Mai, and I'm a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner student, and I'm also a staff RN for an adult inpatient psychiatric unit in Midland, Michigan. This project proposal focuses on the implementation of female-specific cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, for adult women with alcohol use disorder in the outpatient clinic of Family and Children's Services of Mid-Michigan. First, let's discuss the background and significance of alcohol use. Alcohol use in the United States is a big issue. 56% of adults in the United States have consumed alcohol in the past 30 days. One goal of Healthy People 2020 is to reduce that number of people who have consumed alcohol in the past 30 days. And while alcohol has been shown to have some cardiovascular benefits, it can become very problematic for people in excess use. Physical issues can arise from heavy alcohol use, such as increased risk for cancer, particularly breast cancer in women, liver disease, risk to the fetus of pregnant women, early death, and the development of alcohol use disorder. Women who drink heavily are also at an increased risk to become a victim of violence. That could be domestic partner violence, physical violence, and sexual violence. So we can see why it's such a critical issue for women and their families to reduce or eliminate alcohol use. Alcohol use disorder is a problematic use of alcohol that affects individuals both physically and psychologically, and it can lead to significant impairment in daily life. Treatments for AUD are generally comprehensive and often include medication, different therapies such as psychotherapy, motivational interviewing, group therapy, and CBT. CBT is really an interactive therapy between the client and therapist, where together they identify stressors and triggers that lead to alcohol use. The studies identified in the literature review for this project proposal looked at women with AUD receiving different types and combinations of CBT. They received female-specific, couples-based CBT, and individual CBT. And all the studies showed that regardless of the type, CBT worked. Each type reduced drinking in women, but some participants had a preference for the type of content that they received. So for women who prefer female-specific content, it only makes sense for PMHNPs to be able to offer that service to their clients. The objectives of this project proposal is to successfully implement female-specific CBT for women with AUD at Family and Children's Services of Mid-Michigan, and ultimately reduce the percentage of drinking days for these women with alcohol use disorder. Moving down to the methods. To implement this project proposal, we would have our action plan in place already and begin with presenting this project to our staff psychiatrists, counselors, and other PMHNPs to get staff buy-in. Inclusion criteria and the referral process will be explained. If you look down through the bullet points, you can see these steps. Identification, referral of possible participants who are clients of Family and Children's Services, female, diagnosed with alcohol use disorder, and in this case, aged 18 to 50, have been drinking within the past 30 days, and have never received CBT for alcohol use disorder. Next, we'd screen, obtain history, and interview our possible participants, and explain the female-specific CBT content by verbal script. We'd obtain informed consent for those who were participating voluntarily, and then we would provide written information to these clients about their sessions. Demographic information would be collected on an electronic spreadsheet, and we would assign confidentiality numbers for them to use in the spreadsheet and on the daily drinking logs, so their information and privacy is protected. Next, we provide instructions on the use of the daily drinking logs. The figure above the methods section is a good example of a daily drinking log that's wallet-sized and can be discreetly carried, so it's easy to record drinking activity. We would also schedule their weekly 1-hour CBT sessions with the participants and provide that therapy. So as PMHMPs, we can provide that type of therapy with experience. And we would deliver female-specific content. And this content might include identifying relationship or financial stressors, parenting and mothering issues, and review the daily drinking logs and how much they've been drinking. At 3, 6, 9, and 12 months, we would analyze, summarize, and present that data to staff at Family and Children's Services, and also to the client themselves. They would receive their individual information. In the outcome measures section, we can see how the data participants provide in their daily drinking logs can be used to determine the number of days drinking, how much alcohol was consumed, how many days they didn't drink at all, and the overall measure of percentage of days drinking. So to conclude, we can see how AUD can negatively impact women and their families. And PMHMPs can become skilled to provide women who often have life experiences that are unique to only women the option of female-specific CBT content if they find that that would be helpful in their recovery process and to reduce drinking in women with alcohol use disorder. Thank you very much. And if you have any questions, you may contact me at Cynthia_my1@mymail.eku.edu. Thank you.